Today we're going to be showing you guys how I actually earn my trade crystals 100% free to play. I'm going to show you guys every single best way to actually do this, so stay tuned because you guys will be rich by the end of this video. I'm going to start off with the very simple ones, the one-time rewards. These are going to be your level milestones. Every time you level up, look at this. At level 100, I gain 14, and of course, every 5 levels, you will also gain a ton of these trade rerolls. Another one is going to be from the index. Now, I don't think I have claimed. But believe me, these literally give you hundreds because it actually counts for equipment. So as you can see, I'm actually one of those who hasn't claimed. So there, we also have these. Look at how many trait crystals these are. Boom. We got your equipments, we got your enemies, and then we also have your units. So just from that, I gained a ton of these trait rerolls. Now these ones, the next ones are going to be more simple ones because they're going to be located in this challenge area. Now in this challenge area, you have your daily, which will actually provide you with 30. If it's on a weekend, it's going to provide you with 60. That also includes the gems, by the way, even these rerolls. I highly recommend doing them. The only one you don't need to do is these ones because they're really easy to get. Next up you have is going to be your daily challenges. Your daily challenges is actually going to be very good because it does provide you with 10 every single day. Very solid alongside a lot of the other rerolls, the gems, and of course some of these evolution materials. Then you have your weekly, which has just reset today, which is why I'm making this video, because I can actually show you every single way to get these trait rerolls. But again, showing you guys with the weekly, you get 50 of these trait crystals. Super easy, right? Then of course, we will move on to the next ones. People might look down on this, but on school grounds or any of these story modes, they actually provide you with 3 every single stage for normal and then another 3 for every single stage of hard. That's not including infinite yet. Infinite can provide you with 6 for every infinite, and then over here we have another 3 for each mastery stage. That does go across on all of these, so that is actually a ton of trait crystals. As you can see, I still need to complete this to get the last trait crystals. Tons and tons you can get from there. Next up, of course, are going to be these tournaments. However, these are going to be significantly harder. I'll be giving some guides soon, so make sure you guys subscribe as not miss out once I actually do my runs. You can get a very small amount even if you're just participating. Look, just do something and you get 5 already. And the higher you place, the higher you actually get. Same thing goes for the duo. There's also a duo mode. Just find a random duo and then do it. It will give you the exact same. For the release, it is also the exact same. We get trait crystals, the higher we go. And next up we are actually going to be shops. Now for the gold shop, which is right over here, this is actually a very good place. If you guys do expedition, you will have infinite amount of coins. So at the gold shop, you actually have a chance to get 25, which I'm going to buy right away because it's actually super efficient for your gold. Next up for the shop is going to be the event shop over here. You can get event coins by literally doing any of these events. There are a lot. And then I have so far spent all, I think, nearly 2,000 coins on just trait crystals. That is definitely the best value for that shop. You can also, of course, claim some codes, not that button. You can claim some codes over here. And next up we are going to be your quests. Completing your daily quest actually gives you trait crystals. And when you complete your weekly, you also get trait crystals. So you can actually see there are so many ways to actually get these trait crystals. And that we're not done yet. There are actually more ways to get those trait crystals, and one of those ways is actually going to be from the raid shop. Now, of course, from the raid shop, this is going to refresh. Look, when you do your raids, you actually can get 50 of these trait crystals. You don't really need these. I would just recommend for these trait crystals. Over here on the Spirit City, look, there are again a ton of trait crystals. I actually forgot to buy them last week, which is very unfortunate. I'm gonna buy them right now. Look at this. We got 50 trait crystals. Of course, you can get this as well, but this is not that useful if you're playing with other people. You can also get this if you really want to. But for other free-to-play players, I recommend just going for the trait crystals. Unfortunately, again, I forgot to buy. That was such a waste. And then over here, of course, everything I'm going to spend again on the trait crystal. I'll just show you guys so that you actually can believe me. And when you go ahead and take a look, we've gained nearly 200 trait crystals already from just filming this video. We also have another way to get some trait crystals over here from the expedition mode. Now, the expedition mode, we have the quest board. Firstly, the quest board will award you with 25 trait crystals once you finish everything. This is really easy to do, so don't you guys worry. The next up we have is actually going to be the expedition shop. We can get 15 every 2 days. This is every 2 days, so Yes, it's a lot. You can actually get 45 per week from this shop. Next way you can get is from Expedition again, the resource drill. When you come over here to get your geodes, these geodes you have to talk to this guy to open them. I'm gonna open until I actually get. And after a bit of opening, as you can see, you can get trade crystals from this as well. It's very reliable. You can actually check my shorts. I did it as well. You get gems and a lot of these other rerolls as well. So it's very important to always have this actually running. You can get fuel by doing your expedition runs. And of course, the fuel is also going to be used for the gold mine. This is how you get a ton of gold really easily. And honestly, there is not enough ways to spend your gold. Currently, at least. On your 7-day login from the reward calendar, you also can get 25 of these. That also does apply if you guys are really beginners. Then you can come over here to the release calendar. There's 20, 20, and 35. There are so many available currently. Even in the beginner's path, I believe, like I think somewhere here. Yeah, there are also trade crystals that are available to you players. Over here, of course, this is how you get your event coins. And when you get your event coins, you come over here to the event shop again, and then you buy as many trade crystals as you want. This is actually infinite, so it's very good. They're very easy to get, and when I go ahead and take a look here, we're getting extremely close to 1.5k. Same thing with the quest, like I said earlier, right? You can actually get these trade crystals from your quest once you complete them. You can actually come over here to the achievements, and when you complete everything over here, you will also be rewarded with your trade crystals. It's either from these or when you complete everything. Such as this one, you also get a ton of these trade crystals. And if you guys made it this far, well, congratulations, because I'm going to give you guys the best traits in every unit that I'm actually using right now. I'm currently doing the infinite, but the best trait for each unit right now, these are definitely the meta units, most of them at least, aside from the double secrets. For both of the secrets, you actually want Unbound on them. Puppet is going to be my first Unbound unit. As you can see, I have so much trade crystals already saved up for him. But I'm going to make sure to earn more, and I'm going to make an epic video about it. Or maybe if I get Megumi, then Megumi will be my first one to get Unbound. For Yuta, Draconic is actually going to be the best if you want to use him as a utility, so someone who can apply a lot of bleeding. However, if you want to actually use Yuta as a damage dealer, you want him to have Forsaken, which will give him a ton of crit damage. Which is why, also for my equipments, as you can see right here, I have this one, which will give him a lot of dot damage and critical chance, as well as damage. I also have, I believe, it was the Shinigami Sword on him, which gives him a critical chance and also gives him the damage. So, wait. Or do I have Enhanced Katana? No, I have Enhanced Katana, actually. I have the crit damage and crit chance. Both are using mythic rolls, which is why you want him to have the primordial. You can actually use many different types of traits on Freeven. However, I don't see people using Unbound. I don't think Unbound is going to be the best for Freeven, so make sure guys do only stick to... I don't think Draconic is also going to be that great. Probably Primordial or Forsaken is going to be the best trait for your Freeven. Make sure you guys do subscribe to the channel.